What's up? We're Monster Kid Media. Tonight we are going to dive in to the 1981 Tobe Hooper film, The Funhouse. It's that time of year, carnivals, fairs, so we figured we would tie this movie in. I think it's going to be a much shorter episode than The Monster Squad or The Exorcist
Or Jaws.
or Jaws. I think it's going to be a quick episode. There's not a lot to talk about. I really like this movie for like this time of year, but that's really the only time I watch it. Now, Mike hasn't seen it before. Steve and I grew up watching this movie. I can't remember the last or the first time I watched it, but
I
um,
couldn't tell you.
I'm
Yeah,
really interested to hear Mike's perception of the film. Being the first time you watched it, and being an adult.
yeah, yeah. I watched it twice this week.
That's a lot to watch the movie.
Yeah,
I appreciate the effort you're putting into this.
yes, yep. Um, I mean, I have some strong thoughts, but
All right. I want to start off
that's a hell of a beginning.
a couple things that I never realized before I dove into this. The actual poster, and I know that I'm doing this, and I'm gonna put a picture in, but it's early on, so I'll be able to find it. But the poster of I'm assuming it's Gunther's mouth on the theater
Yeah.
poster. It's supposed to be an homage to Rocky Horror Picture Show. I had no idea. The
Oh,
lips,
really?
yeah,
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that was what that was supposed to
Right.
be. But apparently that's what that is. I'll put it side by side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm just confused that there was nothing like that in the movie.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think it was just a nod to that movie.
I mean,
Wait,
nothing else.
you talk about the clown?
I'm talking
The
about the,
clown?
the clown. I'm talking about the clown itself.
Oh no, no,
Okay.
no. I'm talking about there's a movie poster where it's just Gunther's mouth.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
close-up
okay.
of his teeth and drool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it's supposed to be like an homage to Rocky Horror Picture Show, a movie that I've never seen, but
Yeah.
I've seen little
Oh,
bits
okay.
and pieces. It's not worth watching.
Okay.
um fun fact about this movie also that I'm really super excited to tell you guys. And it's not jumping ahead, but the actual Funhouse itself, do you guys know where that came from?
I do, but I'm gonna let you say it.
No,
Actually,
you
it's
go ahead.
not just the fun house. It's not just the fun house.
Go ahead.
It's everything.
Go ahead.
No, you go. You're excited. Look at you.
I'm excited. So they got the actual Funhouse from Akron, Ohio, and
Nice.
took it down to Florida. What else did they get?
All the stuff. So it was a defunct carnival from Akron, and all the rides and everything were all from that defunct carnival.
They took that shit down to Florida, and they were like, "Let's go." It's kind of like you,
Like me,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
Move
defunct.
your defunct ass from Ohio down to
Yep.
Florida.
Yep. Good
It
call.
just
Yeah.
took me on down.
So
See how much
I
you relate to this movie?
that's how Mike ties in.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to learn. I was like, oh, okay.
That was so you can't totally hate. I can already tell you hate the movie, so you can't totally hate the movie.
You I haven't even said anything yet.
I'm just jumping ahead.
You
You
don't have
are.
really good poker face.
Okay. But I need to know something. So I didn't look up anything about this movie before I watched it. Didn't watch any trailers, didn't do anything. And I was thoroughly disappointed that that clown was not in the movie. The one that's on the
The
cover.
cover. A lot of people were.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I don't know.
Sorry. There were a lot of cool carnival animatronics, but not that
Yes.
not that particular clown. And those animatronics were later repurposed. Where, Stevie? Do you know?
No.
They were repurposed in Generation X or Billy Idol's Dancing with
Oh,
Myself video.
There's nothing to prove, but I'm dancing on with myself.
oh, was that?
Mhm.
I knew that there was some things from this movie that was in that, but I didn't know it was those things.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Tobe Hooper directed that video.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I know that he has like a lot of them at his house now. They're like just his. He uses them for decorations at home.
that's cool.
But
So
I
those
yeah, I
things were
didn't
creepy.
know it
Yeah.
was that video like was the animatronics that he took. I knew there was something, but I wasn't sure what.
So should we jump into it because I want to talk about some other props.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, but I mean, so speaking of those, they were creepy. And I learned something about the title when when you were being introduced to all the different whatever they were animatronics.
Hmm.
Um, so I guess it was on purpose that they put some animatronics with names with certain names. Did you see that at all?
Go ahead. I don't know about this.
Uh, so, and I didn't write them all down, but I wrote down a few. So it said Liz when they put her name up, the actress that plays Liz, she had a puppet with a knife. So you saw the puppet with a knife.
You're
Uh,
talking about
there was
during the opening credits.
during the opening credits, yeah. So when they would say people's names,
Okay.
the lady that plays the fortune teller, they use that old lady, like the hag, old lady hag animatronic, which
Hmm.
was the creepiest one, I think. Um, when they showed John Beale's name, who did the music, it was the guy on the piano.
Oh, that's cool. I never even picked that up.
Yeah.
yeah.
When they did Jack Hofstra, who was the editor, they had the executioner, the axe puppet. So like because he axed parts of the movie, to cut it down. Uh, Larry Block, who was the screenwriter, they did it was like a howdy doody one that had a pencil in his hand.
Hmm.
Um, and the guy that got hung, like choked, it was like the animatronic was like putting like a
Oh, Richie.
lollipop in their throat. Richie, yeah, was putting like a lollipop in her throat, like choking on the lollipop. And then Tobe Hooper was the fat lady,
Huh.
obviously.
Did
Wow.
they do
No,
that
I never,
intentionally?
From what I read, it seemed like it was intentional. Yes.
That's cool.
yeah, I didn't never knew that.
That's why we invited him, Stevie.
Yes. It's awesome. Love it.
Um,
You guys could have just done this yourself.
no, I did actually I didn't know that at all.
I didn't.
Um, so let's just jump into it. Opening scene, right? There's a lot to talk about here. Obvious homages to Halloween and Psycho,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
You see
no
the
doubt.
hand, the first person, he's wearing the dark gloves, he's walking around his room, and he pulls the ventriloquist head, um, which I didn't know this either until I dove into it, but those props, not all the props, but some of the props, um, were owned by the lamb chop lady, Sherry,
Sherry Lewis.
Sherry
Sherry
Lewis,
Lewis. Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
crazy. I don't know. Like, I really want to know which props. Was
Well,
it like,
definitely the ventriloquist head
yeah, it was the ventriloquist head, but there was
for
also
sure.
like chains and whips and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
what kind of
Yeah.
crazy shit was
Yeah.
lamb chop into?
That was a messed up family.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was just him. It
No,
wasn't that his room.
that was so yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
his room. But
Well, that the whole family was messed up. Yeah.
we'll
yeah.
get to the family. So so he grabs the knife, he grabs his mask, and then it goes into a Michael Myers point of view where you can see through the eye holes of the mask. Makes his way uh towards the bathroom, and then it kind of cuts to the sister. This is, I mean, she,
Messed up.
yeah. First of all, she doesn't look old enough to be doing that. Like to the point where
No.
it kind of, I gotta make sure I'm not gonna get in any kind of trouble for watching this movie. She was 19 when she did it, 18 or
That's what
19.
it says.
Yeah,
That's
so
what it says.
um it's a shower scene. Joey busts into the shower just like Norman Bates, pulls the shower curtain open, and it's I don't know. Like I don't have a sister, but I would imagine that if I did, there would be no part of me that would want to do that.
No.
No, no,
Mike, you have a sister.
yeah, no, no, nope. So when all that was going on, man, seeing it for the first time as an adult,
Hmm.
I'm I'm still reeling from like when they show the sister first, and I was like, what is going on? And
Yeah.
I had to pause it for a second. I had to look up her name, and I was like, was she of age?
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way. I was like, she's in a robe. I was like, there's no way. And I'm like, oh, okay, they are gonna go there.
I'm gonna be on a list somewhere now.
I'm gonna go on a
Yeah.
list. I'm like, these guys. I'm watching this on Amazon Prime. I'm like, oh man.
So
I'm glad I
uh,
watched the Blu-ray.
it's crazy, right? So we didn't talk
Yeah.
much about it all, but you said something to me on the phone about that beginning scene, and I'm like, I already know.
I was like, that was something.
Yeah, it's
So
something.
messed up. So
Um,
messed up.
it's definitely that beginning whole scene is definitely a red herring of the movie for sure.
Mhm.
Uh, just kind of what the movie's going to be. Did you see at the 3 minute and 13 second mark and the 4 minute 48 second mark a certain mask?
Well, I know he had a lot of masks in there. Was it a Frankenstein?
He had a
Mm-mm.
wolf man, didn't he?
Now I could be wrong, so don't kill me. But in the comments, like people do, but no. I believe there was a mask. Now I know Halloween 3 came out in '82, but the skull mask from Halloween 3 was on his wall.
I'll have to go back and look. I feel like I would have caught that.
I feel like you went out too. So when I saw it, I was like, "That's the skull mask from Halloween 3."
I mean,
It could be. It could absolutely be.
it's a possibility. Those masks were there were a lot of those skull masks. I'll have to look.
Yeah. So I looked up when Halloween 3 came out. I was like, "All right, well, it came after, so there's no reason for it to be up there other than it was just maybe a mask they had." But I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the skull mask from Halloween 3.
Well,
Huh.
I'll go back and look at it. I feel like
If
that
you,
would have popped out at me, but if I was thinking about other things, I may not have noticed it.
I
Yeah,
do
and
love
I
the
mean,
posters that he had
oh
up.
yeah, yeah, the Universal monster posters.
They definitely shoved that down your throat because of it being a Universal movie.
Universal
Mm-hmm.
all over,
All over.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
which I thought was cool.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
awesome because you don't normally get to see stuff like that,
yeah.
unless it's in your own room. But um, did you guys know that scene, that whole messed up scene, wasn't even shot for the movie when the movie was filmed?
No,
They shot that after the movie was done and wrapped.
really.
Yeah, because they had screenings of the movie and people were complaining that
There was no
it was
there was
too
no titty.
slow. Yeah, they people were complaining it was too slow. So they
Huh.
shot that and added it for, the theatrical release for everyone, to kind of keep people interested, I guess.
You know what this movie needs? Titties.
Let me tell you, it needs a chick that looks super underage and a creepy brother.
Creepy.
So so he takes his knife, he jams it into her side, and it's a rubber knife. Uh, she screams. Joey jumps out of the shower. He takes off, goes back into his bedroom. She dries off, puts her robe back on, chases after him, and then just gets in his face. I'm not taking
Yeah.
you to the carnival, and
Yeah.
I'm never gonna let you. What'd she say?
Well, first of all, she's like, I'm gonna get you. You don't know when. And I'm thinking, okay, this is like a foreshadowing of something,
Yeah.
and it's not. Probably because it was recorded after.
Yep.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like this chick's gonna try to kill him,
Yeah, yeah.
but that wasn't the case.
I figured she'd
Can
go
I
to
say
mom and
though?
dad and tattle.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Can I say though, the shower scene? I mean, normally, they don't get all into like the soap part and stuff, and they made you believe she was really taking a shower.
they dug
Usually they're just
right
like
in.
this. Oh
Yeah,
no, they got all the soap. They really got into that.
made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So she's getting ready. She's going on a date. Yeah,
Yep.
she
Yes.
goes downstairs, and this is where you see the rest of the family. Mom and dad. Looks like mom's some sort of an alcoholic. Dad's pretty much disconnected from life, except he tells her,
Yep.
"Go to that carnival. There's something bad happened in that carnival." And she's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah."
Yeah.
And
We're going to a movie.
yeah, we're gonna go to a movie instead. And then the honk outside,
Brother's like liar.
yeah, and he's up like he's spying on this whole thing from the staircase.
Yeah.
You hear the
Because he's a
honk
bit of a
outside,
pervert.
which is kind of crazy. Like, if I had a kid and if I had a daughter and her date honked the horn to pick her
Yeah.
up, my ass would be out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Take your ass in here, knock on the door,
Knock on the door.
and talk to
And
us
talk to
before you go.
So there's a deleted scene that he comes in the house actually.
I didn't see that. I don't have the
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
So apparently, and I didn't really watch it and get into it, but from what I saw, it made him look a lot better than it did how it is in the theatrical. Apparently, that scene was in the TV version of the movie.
Okay.
Apparently, the TV version of the movie has a lot more scenes in it that the theatrical version did not. Stevie, did you know? Did you? You're shaking your head like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's like what they did with Halloween. They had to
yeah,
cut scenes for it to be played on TV. So to fill the time, they
yeah,
added these scenes, and that was one. It was just like you said, he came into the house, met the dad. The dad's basically ripping on him for working at a gas station.
yep,
And
yeah,
yeah,
and he was being real nice to the parents, from what I saw.
yeah,
Like, but they made him immediately kind of look, a certain way. Um, which I don't know. I don't, they made him at the beginning a lot worse, I think, than he actually was. Like he seemed to, once they talked and, kind of got together, he seemed like a much better dude.
yeah.
Well,
There was actually two things different with that beginning also. Not to cut you off, Matt, sorry.
no, it's okay.
There was that scene with where he actually came in and met the family, and when the little boy, like you said, was spying and dropped that little Frankenstein, and she yelled at him, "Get to bed" or whatever. There's an alternate scene where he is actually reading a fairy tales book. I think it was Hansel and Gretel or something. And the mom yells at him to get into bed. But they're showing the Hansel and Gretel book up close. There's the witch picture, and later on you see a lady at the funhouse at the carnival, and she looks just like the witch in the book.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That was like another deleted scene.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
The homeless lady or whatever she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that's about like preaching to the girls or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
God is watching you.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so they get in the car. They get ready to go to the date. Amy says to Buzz, like, "Hey, can we go to the movies instead? There's some shit that went down at the carnival." And he's like, "Oh, we're going to the carnival.
Yeah. We're picking up your friends. We're going to the carnival. Like,
Yeah, it'll be okay."
yeah.
So then they go. So within this period of them going to the carnival, there's a lot of filler. But basically Joey sneaks out because he's gonna go too, right?
Yep.
Um,
A lot of Philly. You mean that hilarious duck joke?
Yeah, that duck joke that he keeps explaining to her throughout the movie.
She's like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I didn't laugh because it's not funny, and you were a dick in the car earlier. Calling my dad a what a I forget what he called his dad.
Something. Yeah.
so the joke, I, every time I watched this, it was so loud wherever I was, I couldn't hear it.
It still doesn't. It doesn't make. I watched it twice in a span of 2 days. Still don't understand it.
But I
It's
could
something
just see
about
like,
turning on a hot plate and a duck waddling on it or something. It makes no sense. No sense at all. I don't get it. But with that scene also, like Mike was saying, with the deleted scenes, there's a deleted scene in that also with them on the way to the carnival. All the deleted stuff was like at the beginning of the movie
so
that
what was that deleted scene?
they had. It was just showing it was the first time Buzz actually met her friends,
Okay.
and they're introducing each other, and little more conversation going on, but nothing spectacular, but it definitely, because watching the movie, the regular version of it, it seems as though Richie already knew Buzz.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
they
They
both,
were. Yeah. That they were. Yeah. They were friends. Yeah.
but in the deleted scene they didn't. This was their first time ever meeting him.
Hmm. Oh, I've never seen any of the deleted scenes, so that's kind of cool.
It's short. I mean, I brought him up, and I think the deleted scenes came out to be like maybe 4 minutes total.
Hmm.
Yeah. It wasn't. It wasn't really long. It was just the biggest one was really him meeting the parents. To be honest with you, something that really changed kind of how you viewed somebody. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. But like you said, everything was kind of the same.
So they get to the carnival. Um, it's typical stuff. They're riding rides. They go to the bathroom. This is where they meet the homeless lady, the one that looks like the witch you were talking about, and she's playing the crazy Ralph.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
God is watching. God is watching you. And they're talking about like um smashing with dudes, and this old lady's like, God's watching.
Yeah.
So her character really doesn't develop beyond that. She's just some weird creepy lady
Yeah.
in the carnival.
Yeah.
And there's a couple people like that throughout the movie. Like, oh, this guy's gonna have something to do with,
Yeah. Before her, there's like that dude that's all dirty.
yeah, that just kind of like stumbles across the scene. Who's this guy? And then
Yeah.
I don't think you see him
I'm
again.
like,
Yeah.
Right.
I think you do at the end. You might see him at the end, I think. I remember seeing him again. Um, but let's talk about that bathroom for a second. That's a pretty elaborate bathroom for a traveling carnival. They had sinks literally like going into the ground.
Yeah, I've
No
only been porta potties. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
no porta potties for this carnival.
It's
Yeah.
probably at like a fairgrounds that has a permanent bathroom.
Okay.
You got to
That would-
suspend disbelief.
Yeah, we'll let that go.
You know what I mean?
We'll let that-
You ever been to the fair? They got bathrooms at the fair.
They do.
I mean, okay, all right.
But what about the I mean, I know this, we're
Don't
talking
skip
about
ahead.
this, so I got to bring it up. What about the funhouse thing? I mean, that thing is not moving. The funhouse itself is not going anywhere. That thing is built there.
Oh, we're jumping to that, huh?
I'm not meaning to, but you're talking about the bathroom and stuff, and
Yeah.
how
The
they're not meant for a traveling circus.
yeah.
That
The
wasn't
basement.
either. I caught that with some things in this in
Oh,
this movie.
I got a theory about that too. But let's back up.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
We're not there. I got to play the mic roll now and be like, you
Yes.
guys are jumping ahead. We got to back up. So
Sorry. Uh,
we got to talk about Joey sneaking out and walking down the road
Yeah.
and some
And the dude.
random ass pickup truck pulling up. Hey, kid, you want to ride? Like, oh, this isn't good. Already, it's not good.
no.
Stranger danger. That was right in the 80s when kids were just getting swooped up. And Joey's like, no. And then this dude pulls out a shotgun and he points it at him and starts laughing. Like, what in the hell?
A very evil laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that guy could have been part of the Texas Chainsaw family.
yeah.
So I think a lot of this, I mean,
Big cavity laugh.
you can definitely see Tobe Hooper has his hands in it. And there are a lot of Texas Chainsaw family parallels.
Hmm.
I think we can get into that more, but you don't know who's in on it, who's not, but you know it's all one big family.
I don't think I ever want to go to Florida and visit Mike ever.
They're all like that down in Florida.
I mean, this movie's supposed to take place there, but it was also shot in Florida. So
Yeah,
my assumption is those are Floridians.
South Florida. South
So
Florida.
Oh, okay.
so then we get to we go to the two couples and they go into the freak show, which they don't really have anymore. But you see like the two-headed cow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
Cliff Palette one.
The cleft
Well,
palate cow.
Cleft
the
palate.
cleft palate. Yeah, which I mean, I'm guessing those are all real. They had to be, right?
Oh
They
yeah.
just looked.
They
Yeah.
were. They were real.
Okay.
So was the monster.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
speaking of the monster, so then they come across like a jar of formaldehyde with a baby in it,
Yeah.
and it's Gunther's little brother, and they called him Tad.
Yeah, that's weird.
So I didn't know he had a name, but that his name's Tad.
Had.
Look at his face; it looks like Gunther's face.
Um. Yeah, but so before that though, the cool thing about and I don't know the actor's name, but he said that the only way he's going to be in the movie is if he was the three Barkers.
Oh
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Until I watched the movie, and then
Um,
I actually started researching
Kevin Conway.
yeah.
Okay. Um, it didn't occur to me that he was all three of them.
It-
So
He
So
did.
that being said, so the first one you see is the Barker for the freak show, and they're alive, alive,
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
And these are
great voice.
creatures made by God, not by man.
Yeah.
And then he plays an incredible role. So his eyes, direct to Amy as he's saying this stuff because he knows that he's got her locked in.
Yeah.
I don't think we're really jumping ahead by talking about these three Barkers that he plays, but you have the Freak Show Barker.
Yeah.
You've got the
Funhouse Barker
the
and
Funhouse
the
Barker.
girls,
Yeah.
girls Barker.
So you got to hang out with one of those. Which one is it?
With one of those,
One of those Barkers you've got to hang out with. Which one are you hanging out
I
with?
like the freak show one. I'll hang out with him.
I'm with Stevie on that. I'm hanging out with the Freak Show one.
I don't want to hang out with the one that's all about his sisters.
That's
so he's wearing that dark wig,
And
you got the mustache,
and he's like, they wiggle and they dance, they
the wiggle, and they dance.
and they dance, and then he sees Amy, and he does this eyebrow raise. They wiggle and they dance, and it's like, oh, I got chills. Yeah, it's creepy.
Very creepy. Did you catch on to him calling all the girls up there like my sister? This is my sister.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, his sister, there was some. I would have want my money back if I went in there. Just saying,
They were all strippers from Florida.
from Miami. Yeah, I was like, what?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So we'll go back to the Funhouse Barker. This is the first time you see, and they don't name him Gunther, but he's the monster wearing the Frankenstein mask. Pushing the carts into the Funhouse. I immediately was drawn to this character. I don't know. I love everything about it. I love how when he wears this Funhouse mask. I love his uniform, even though it's very bland.
Yeah.
Your
And it's way
eyes
too
go,
big on it.
yeah, your eyes like go to him, and you're like, there's something interesting about this person. Um, and then you don't realize what or who he is until later on. But that's just a quick scan, and then they jump to the magician's show.
He might be my favorite character.
Worst magician ever.
Marco the Magnificent.
Yeah,
The worst magician ever. Come
worst
on now.
magician ever.
Dude, that's a fantastic trick that he does.
Yeah,
Fantastic. That's a great. And so, in fact, so his assistant Carmela, is that her name? Carmela.
that was his sister.
Actually, it's his sister.
I think he said it was
Probably,
his
yeah,
sister.
probably. Well, it's his assistant sister, whatever. I actually thought it was Phoebe Cates because
Oh,
it looked like Phoebe Cates,
it
and
kind
it
of
just
does.
looked like her.
Who's the assistant? Are you talking about the one that got like he brought from the crowd up?
Yeah,
That's his daughter.
Oh,
that's
is
his
that what it was? It was his daughter, not his sister.
daughter.
It was his
Okay.
daughter, and in real life, that was his daughter too.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
like some big guy. Like he was an actor and a director. Like
Thanks, Marco the Magnificent.
I, I can't remember the movie. It was some cheesy like rock and roll superstar movie or something like that. It was called, but he's pretty well known. He was friends with De Palma. Is that how you say his last name? De Palma, Brian De Palma. They were like really close with each other, I guess. But he died. That magician.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he I guess he died from something about I think it was something from like a surgery. He had a surgery and there's complications and he died.
Hmm.
oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but they
I don't know.
Toby flew him in because they were friends just for that part. And he just brought in his whole family, his wife and his daughter, and used them in the movie.
I like how he tells the story of Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
He
that was
does
cool.
it
awesome.
more in a deleted scene also.
Yes, that's another deleted scene. Yep.
So, the, basically, the movie is just
This character.
jumping from the freak show, kind of scans the fun house, goes to the magician. It's just kind of showing what the carnival has to offer.
Can we
Then,
talk about the awesome shot though that they used when they were showing the the whole
The whole
fairgrounds?
yeah with the crane shot.
Yeah, like how it
Yeah,
backs out and it like goes up and turns. You just aerial view of
yeah.
everything. It
Mhm.
looked
I
so good.
I love the way that they did the setting of the movie. Like the setting definitely put you in a carnival. You felt like okay, like all the carnies that were there, and I guess they used real carnies and for some of the things. But
Nice.
the way it was all set up, you definitely felt that's how it is. You know what I mean? And with the style of film that Toby Hooper does, it fit perfectly with the creepiness of that a carnival brings, anyways.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I
Definitely.
did like that.
I've always been drawn to that lifestyle. Like, I always thought it would be cool to do that for like a year or two. Just travel with a carnival or a fair. And do
I
the
know why.
rides or the games.
I know why.
Why?
It's because of Big Top Pee Wee. The girl Piccola Popola. What was her name?
I never saw Big Top Pee Wee.
What?
No, I was Pee Wee's Big Adventure guy.
Man.
Dude, Big Adventures, great movie.
Well, it is great, but so is Big Top Pee Wee. Don't sleep on Big Top Pee Wee.
It's been a long time since I've seen that, but
Like, I like
Man,
the family aspect. Um, I like, you go to a different place all the time.
Rob Zombie was a carny.
Really?
Yeah, his parents. So him and his brother traveled along also. Like he tells a bunch of stories. That I think that's why his films are the way they are. The way they are shot and the way they look.
Kind of
But
makes
yeah.
sense.
did you guys hear since we're talking about before we get into the funhouse and everything, they left that scene that you were talking about with seeing the cows and stuff. Remember when they're around the tent trying to light the joint. They're smoking the joint, making sure no one's coming around and stuff.
Hmm.
Did you guys hear what happened during that scene?
No.
Mm-mm.
Like, okay, I didn't want to take anyone's info if they had this because I've talked a lot. But so in that
Please.
scene, when they're smoking that joint and stuff, Tobe Hooper's over there filming them, right? And I guess Tobe was like, it was horrible because they were trying to get it lit. No one could get the cigarette lit in time, and they finally got lit and it started raining. And he was like, "Ugh." So he went around the corner and then all of a sudden he got doused again. He's like, what is going on? It wasn't raining at all. I guess those were real fair rides. In that ride that the Cobra or whatever that they show that
Mhm.
spins, I guess they kept that ride just going for the shot and they just had regular people on the rides to make it look like this was a big sold out carnival or whatever. For 15 minutes straight, they were spinning on that, and that was people puking. And it was
Oh,
just
oh,
spraying on
oh
Tobe Hooper. He thought it
no.
was raining, but it was vomit from people puking on that ride because they're sitting there spinning around for 15 minutes straight.
I did hear that. That's crazy.
They should have kept
They should have
they
kept
should have
it
kept that in the movie.
in. um,
Oh man.
gosh. So from there, that's like a scene from Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Or Sandlot
Yeah.
Yeah.
when they
Yes.
did the tobacco.
Yes.
So now we're introduced to a new character, Madame Xena.
Hmm.
And the kids go into her tent, and Amy's trying to get a palm reading. And the other three are just, they're high and they're cracking up laughing. And Amy can't keep a straight face. And the fortune teller's getting annoyed,
Yeah.
which
She's keeping it together
she
a little
does.
bit, but
Gives the kids a couple breaks here and there. Finally, she was like, "Y'all got to get the fuck out. Get
yep.
out of here."
Yep.
This is one of my favorite lines in the movie when they kick her when they kick them out, and she tells them that if they come back, she's gonna break every fucking bone in their body. Like, damn.
Yeah, she's pissed.
She
Yeah.
was no joke.
And I like the practical effect, like the crystal ball on the table falls down and it rolls towards Amy, but then it rolls back. You know it's done by gravity, but it still looks cool.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
But then so she plays a bigger part here in a little bit.
Yeah. I
Uh,
always thought that I was always confused by her when I was younger when I first saw this movie. I'm like, why is she drinking mouthwash? Because that liquor that she has, the cap totally looks like a mouthwash cap. It's not like a liquor cap. It's this big white cap that screws on and off. I'm like, why is
Maybe
she
it is
drinking?
mouthwash.
What's that?
could be mouthwash.
Could be mouthwash. I mean, mouthwash has alcohol in it, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's people do that.
yeah,
Yuck.
cheap way.
Yuck.
So then they go to another part of the carnival. They go back behind the dancer tent,
Right.
which I think is a weird thing, right? Like
Yeah.
if I'm on a date on a first date with a
Oh,
girl,
yeah.
if I'm on a date with a girl anyway, he takes his pocket knife and he cuts a hole in the back of the tent and he's looking in.
Oh, they were all into it too, though. The girls were like, let me see. Let me see.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna like it.
yeah. Well, what's going on in there? You're not gonna like it.
Oh, yeah.
Um, the part that sticks out to me the most in this scene, and I don't know if you guys notice it or not, but like the guys in the audience,
Oh, they're so
Yes.
goofy looking.
That's the one guy, especially with the mustache and they're just their faces.
Yeah.
like I don't know what it is, but just like they're acting like it,
Yeah.
it,
Over the top.
it
Yeah.
is over the top, but also like some dudes are like that,
Yeah.
and it's just I don't know, but that's
I
what
know you guys. Oh, go ahead. Go
that
ahead.
it's weird because like they show there's like half naked girls in front of you, but my focus is definitely watching the dude's
The goofy
crazy
guys, yeah.
reactions.
Yeah.
But go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I know you guys say you don't like your comedy and horror, but this movie has a lot of very unintentional, funny parts.
Oh yeah. And Toby Hooper does that a lot though in his movies. I mean, look at Texas Chainsaw. Like
Yeah.
I rolled with the hitchhiker that part when he goes to light the picture and he's like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
hilarious. It's not it's not supposed to be funny, but it is, you know? Yeah, there's a lot of that in this too.
So Amy's friends are Liz and Richie. And Richie, being the brainiac he is, comes up with the idea, hey, let's stay the night at this carnival.
Well, what about the other unintentionally funny? The 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 drunk bum that was behind the tent, just
Oh,
pissing.
peeing.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
just
You made me drop my cotton candy. What are you doing back here? And all of a sudden the guys come around the corner and he's just like, whoa.
yep.
Yeah. I
So,
didn't bring it up earlier though. Buzz, when he shot this movie, he was 30 years old.
mhm.
I
And
read that.
uh,
she's
play,
like 18.
yeah,
Not allegedly 19.
playing. So he was playing somebody probably what in his early 20s. I think people looked older back then. You know.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. I just when I first heard that or seen that, I was like, that's kind of weird, 30, but I guess it's not.
Um. So they come up with the idea they're going to stay in the funhouse.
Yeah.
Richie does,
Yeah, great
and
idea.
they all go along with it. Then they start making their phone calls to their parents. Hey, I'm going to stay the night at Liz's house. I'm staying the night at wherever. And then they jump on the funhouse ride, right?
Yeah.
Which Liz was annoying when she was on the phone because she kept opening the thing and she's trying to talk to her dad like she's not at a carnival. Like keep it closed.
Close
Yeah.
that door. Those were phone booths for if there's anybody watching that doesn't know
Yeah,
what that was.
those were,
They used
Yeah.
to have
those were
phones in
phones.
these booths that you could go in and close the door.
Just in the middle of the carnival.
Yeah,
Believe it or not. Remember they used to have like what they call it, like the phone bank? And it was just like 10 phone booths all side by side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like in jail, they have that.
Did this make did this scene make you guys question Amy's relationship with her parents also when you first watched it? Like the weird dynamic? Because like how
Yeah,
she
well,
called.
she goes, well, she's talking to her dad and she's like, how's mom? So obviously, mom has a huge drinking problem
Well,
and
even
dad's been
before
dealing.
that, like how when the mom answers the phone and she's like, "Hey mom, how are you? Can I talk to dad?" She has
Yeah.
to like go to her dad to ask for permission. Like, why can't you ask your mom, you know, if you could stay the night at your friend's house?
Well, because mom's fucked up.
Yeah, mom has no bearing on any sort of decisions.
Yeah, she's too drunk to know.
Yeah. And that's obvious later in the movie,
Yeah,
which is another really weird part.
yeah.
So they make their phone calls. They go into the fun house, right? And this is towards the end of the night. It's
Yep.
probably the last ride for the night. They go in and they start showing a lot of the animatronics, which the cool thing about the animatronics, I think, is they make them parts of the scenes.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, not so much at this point, but when they go in, um, they jump out of their carts, right? And
Yeah.
then the cart comes back around. Gunther with his Frankenstein mask, he's like, whatever.
Don't forget, Joey watched them go in.
Yeah, and Joey was outside watching him go in, so he saw this whole thing go down. He
Yeah.
goes there inside. Gunther sees that they're not in the cars, and he's just like, yeah,
Mr. Missed it.
yeah. Um,
He couldn't see through his two masks.
He had something else on his mind.
yeah, he did.
Ah,
So then
yes.
they're in the fun house, and the lights start to shut down, and then the animatronics start to shut down, which I think is a really kind of creepy part.
Yeah.
That was creepy.
And it always reminds me of like you remember how like Geauga Lake used to be just filled with life, you know, during the summers, and then at fall time it shuts down and everything is dead. There's
Mhm.
It's like a ghost town. That always reminded me of that. It's kind of sad,
Yeah.
you know, like the carnival's over now, everybody's gone, and all that's left are these animatronics that are just in there. And it also the animatronics made me think of the movie Dolls from 1987, which obviously was later. But like, are these things alive? You know, because they react to what's happening in the scene, and I'm sure that was on purpose.
Mhm.
But yeah, so they're in the funhouse, everything's shutting down, and this is where it starts to pop off.
And it's
Right?
like halfway through the movie.
Yeah, I think that's probably about halfway through the
Halfway
movie. You see
mark.
everybody leave the funhouse, and it kind of shows another crane shot, right?
Mhm.
It's like from up above, and you see everybody going to the door.
Hmm.
Um, and then the two couples are like, I don't know where they're at in the funhouse, somewhere off the tracks. And this is where you guys are going to talk about the basement, but I have a theory.
Well, no, because the basement's not till later on, but
I wasn't thinking of the basement with what I was saying earlier.
So, um, they they start to hear a noise, right? And then they look down through the tracks, like
yeah.
they're off making out. It's later on the night, everything's closed, and they look down, and there's a room seemingly underneath the tracks,
Hmm.
Yep.
which is weird because if you look at the funhouse, like it doesn't look like there's enough space there. My theory is that the tracks go up somewhere in the funhouse, and there's probably rooms on the back end.
That could be.
You know what I mean? You have
Yeah.
to suspend
Totally
disbelief.
could be.
Anyway, so
Totally could be.
they're looking down through the tracks, and then you see Gunther and Madame Xena, right?
Yep.
Um, and they're trying to work out some sort of an arrangement.
Yep.
So Gunther had something on his mind. He was going to pay for some. I'm not sure how much he was really going to pay for. If he was trying to pay for like full on sex, or if he was just trying to pay for a handy. But it only got as far as a handy $100.
He says full on. At one point, she kind of insinuates that. Like,
Okay.
well, it's not a bargain's a bargain, and
Yeah.
you didn't make it that far, so you don't get any money back.
Yeah. Sorry, sorry you didn't make it, but I'm keeping the $100.
Yeah.
Not my fault. Not my problem.
So yeah, so they start getting into it, and Gunther gets too excited. He's done. He either gets embarrassed or he gets. I think he gets embarrassed at first,
Yeah.
right? Then she's like, "I'm keeping the money," and then he gets pissed, and then he starts raging out.
Mhm.
And he kind of he acts out and he attacks the fortune teller, right?
Yep.
Chokes her ass out,
Yep.
kills her dead. I mean,
Um,
go ahead.
there's a there's a deleted scene of that as well, where they focus more on the animatronics that are in that room,
Mhm.
especially that one there was the one that's like in a chair. Am I saying that right? With the, you know what I'm talking about? There's like
No.
a really weird one in that, but there's some animatronics in there, and they kind of focus on them, like kind of watching and moving, kind of
Okay.
like you're saying, like you said before, almost like they're reacting to what's going on.
Did they do that? So was it like for the TV version, so you wouldn't see Madam Xena jerking
I mean,
off?
probably.
Probably.
Okay, that makes sense.
They also showed her boobies too, because he rips her front of her shirt off.
Yeah. So that actress, I don't know, Sylvia something.
I don't
I
know
guess
what
she
her
was a pretty big actress at the time.
yeah.
Um, she was worried that this was going to end her career. This, but anyway, he freaks out and kills her.
Yep.
He, he he's this fool's out of pocket,
He's
and
out of
he
pocket.
chokes her out.
Freaking Frankenstein.
Yeah.
He's out of pocket.
So
She didn't see that coming in her crystal ball.
no.
She did not. No, that's a good call.
So the Richie and Liz and Amy and Buzz are watching this, and they see the box of the money, right? Like
Mhm.
through the grates, and they're like, "Oh, this is messed up. We got to get out of here. We just witnessed a murder." So they start trying to get out of the funhouse. And this is where you find out that the the one Barker is actually Gunther's dad.
Yeah.
Right.
So he goes to tell his dad. He's freaking out. Um, this scene is very Texas Chainsaw Massacre to me.
Oh yeah,
Yes. Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
agree.
Which Barker was he? Was he the Freak Show Barker?
The Funhouse Barker.
He was
Funhouse Parker.
Funhouse Barker.
He
Okay.
was the more laid back, quiet one holding the coffee cup that when he was saying, you wouldn't believe what you would see.
Yeah.
Like,
And,
He had that smooth voice,
yeah,
like Dr. Smooth.
yes, yes. That is him.
So, um, this is a weird spot because he's like, obviously Gunther was like, "Hey, I got to show you this." He doesn't speak, but he was able to communicate with his dad, and he shows the fortune teller to his dad, and his dad freaks out on him. You killed one of ours.
yeah.
He says, we're going to blame it on the locals, but he shows how abusive he is towards Gunther, and this is what I wanted to bring up. Somehow he talks Gunther into beating himself.
Mhm.
That's a very voyeuristic thing,
Yeah.
and it's very like carnival like, like it embodies like what a freak show it like you go to see the deformities and the craziness, and it's almost like the dad is getting off on watching Gunther like beat himself. He's like, yeah,
Yeah,
hit yourself harder, boy.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
That scene reminded me a lot of Last House on the Left, also,
Yeah.
when he has control over his son, and he's like, just do it. Put the gun in your mouth and pull the trigger. It reminded me of that quite a bit.
So before the dad and Gunther got to this room, obviously the kids got down there and Richie took that money.
Yep. Now, oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. No,
Well,
go
I was,
ahead.
I was just gonna say, as this whole fight's going on between Gunther and his dad, he notices that the money's gone. And that makes the dad completely rage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it? I think it's at this point where uh somebody drops their lighter through the
Yeah,
floor.
they're back up above.
Yep.
So they had already tried to it. So I have something I have my own theory about the funhouse.
Okay.
So I feel like the funhouse was intentionally made to make you feel uneasy. I mean, obviously, but more so that make you confused, right? So they literally didn't walk long, and then they just kind of miraculously or magically ended up at outside their door.
Hmm.
right? They're just kind of walking, and all of a sudden they're outside that door, even though that room is definitely underneath them.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
they didn't go downstairs, they didn't go down anything, and then all of a sudden it's there. And then they try to get out that door, and he could open the door, but it was like he could hear people, he could see outside, but for whatever reason, he couldn't open it.
It was chain locked.
It was chain locked. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he says there because he's trying to open it, and Richie's like, "Open it, open it." He goes, "It's chain locked. I can't
Okay.
break it," or something like that.
That's fair. And then so was that then because I'm trying to think like when like where the things come in, was that a door that was closed and locked, and then when they exit, was that a door that was closed and locked? But they were definitely walking around, and it just had a sense of a just a never ending kind of circle. Like there's nowhere they could go.
Yeah,
And I felt that was intentional and why there was a ridiculous basement.
It is. It's almost like a very nightmarish setting where, like, all right, I went into this room. I've already been in this room, but I went a different way, and I'm still in this room.
Right. Yeah.
And I like that aspect of it, even though it takes away from the realism of it. But um, something you guys are gonna have to help me out with. So Joey is still outside creeping, and he's trying to figure out how to get in so
Yeah.
he can find his sister. So then he tries to go underneath the funhouse.
Right. And this is after they drop the lighter and they're searching. They start searching for them.
Yes.
Yeah. And he tries to go underneath, and then Gunther comes out and like tries to grab him.
Hmm.
He runs away screaming. And then the one guy that I looked it up, I guess he's the carnival, I don't know, the head of the whole carnival or whatever they said. That was his official title. That I don't know. That whole thing is weird with that guy.
It
yeah,
it was a weird scene, and that's what kind of why I don't totally understand. Um, oh, we also forgot to say during this fight between Gunther and his dad, his mask came off
Oh, right.
and it showed
Yeah.
his true face, which is the monster.
Another mask.
Yeah. Well, I think it was appliances they said with bladders in it that to help it move. So it was like part prosthetics. But anyway, I didn't quite understand it. I don't know if Gunther grabbed Joey, but then all of a sudden, like somebody called his parents and they came and picked him up.
Well, it
yeah. How
was the
they?
guy that no, so he took off. Like
Okay.
took off, and then the carnival guy grabbed him.
Yeah,
What doesn't make sense is that he wasn't knocked out or anything.
Yeah.
And then when the parents come to get him, that one guy is like being all creepy on him, like rubbing his face and being like, "I took care of him. I brought him." I'm like, "What the
yeah.
what?"
He was weird.
Very weird scene.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
kept saying he was mumbling his phone number or something while he was out. My assumption is he fainted. Like as soon as he hit that guy, he was so worked up and scared he fainted.
Or the guy put chloroform on his mouth.
Could have done that, but they didn't say that. But yeah, that guy was really weird.
Yeah, he was definitely pedophile-ish for sure.
He was definitely a carny.
Yeah, you could say that. It's another word.
So it's about this time, I think.
His parents definitely seemed annoyed that they had to come get him more than relieved.
Yeah. Well, you could just
The
let
mom was like, "Meh, get in the car."
Yeah.
she's drunk. She doesn't
And
care.
yeah, and I guess actually before that, um, we might be skipping ahead a lot because what's his name might have been killed already at this point.
No, not yet, but they did
But she's screaming out of the fan, and they can't hear her past the fan.
Yeah. They're
I mean,
scared because those guys, they just saw Gunther kill that lady, and now they're after him because they stole the money.
Yeah.
Richie stole the money.
and then Richie, I think, tells Buzz, right, that he took the money.
Yep.
So now they know they're in a lot of trouble. So then this is about the time where Richie gets this scene's weird too. There's like a jump scare with a skeleton,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and then all of a sudden his noose drops down from out of nowhere, just wraps around Richie's head and then pulls him up.
Yeah.
That's it. No more Richie.
Gone.
No more Richie.
He gone.
Well, and if he wasn't,
He's soon to be.
yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, so they're freaking out. This, this is a kind of a drawn out part, but shortly after Liz falls down the trap door, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before that, uh, the things start up again.
Mm-hmm.
The whatever the trains start up again. They see something coming at them, and then the axe that Buzz grabbed, which apparently is a real axe
Yeah.
in a funhouse. So he just hauls off.
So you see the cart come in and there's somebody in the cart. Obviously,
Yep.
Buzz freaks out. He takes his axe. He can only see the silhouette. Poor judgment on his part.
Poor
Thwacks
judgment.
thwacks that silhouette right in the middle of the head. And I like the sound effect on that. Actually, it sounded really good. Um, finds out it was old Richie, but I think Richie was already dead. Maybe
Probably.
if he wasn't, he's definitely dead now.
It would
Yeah.
have been cool if they had like duct tape on his mouth,
That would have
and
been
so
cool.
like you know what I mean, like so he couldn't scream and but
What? Yeah, whatever. He's dead.
whatever. He's dead.
He's
Uh,
dead. Liz is just stupid and chases after him, even though there's killers in there.
yeah, and then her ass falls down the trap door.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to talk about the character development in this really quick. There is very little character development. I don't when you watch a movie over and over and you don't remember their names, like you guys ask me in a week what Liz's name is, I won't be able to tell you or Buzz. They're very forgettable.
Yeah.
Um, is out of the four, I'm gonna say Buzz is probably my favorite. Um, but there is so little character development with these four.
Yeah, with those four, there's really nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
Richie's a sissy. I mean,
Hmm.
they did develop his character a little bit with that talking about his brother, when he said he like went to go scare his brother, but then wouldn't jump out to scare him because he was afraid his brother was outside the door waiting on him to scare him, you
Oh,
know.
right, right. Yeah.
So I mean that was like I think that was like the most character development. That and the dad talking about Buzz being gas station clerk, that's pretty much it.
Where I do see the character development is with Kevin Conway
And Gunther.
and Gunther.
Yeah.
People in the Funhouse have a much richer backstory than the four main characters, which is kind of parallel with Texas Chainsaw.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
like I almost care more about the crazy family than the people they're about to kill.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah, definitely.
that being said, I have a side question for you guys. You see Gunther, he looks crazy, right? He's got a monster mask on. He takes the monster mask off and he looks like a monster.
Yeah.
Right.
Is he the true monster in the film?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. He's literally doing his dad's bidding. His dad even says, "This is the last time
Hmm.
I'm going to make you do this."
Yeah.
So again, it's one of those things where, I mean, he's obviously not right in the head. So I think that he's doing this because he wants approval, obviously, and he's not all there, so he doesn't know how to react to things. So
I think Richie's the actual monster in this movie.
Because he came up with the idea to stay in the funhouse.
Well, not only that, but he stole the money, their money.
yeah,
That's theirs. They
yeah,
work all this time, traveling just over these few months just to survive for the next
Yeah.
few months. That's their livelihood. He stole the bag. Maybe if he didn't steal the money, nothing would have happened to him. That's why they freaked out, went after him. They want
Yeah,
their money back.
it's true.
I'm in the same boat as Mike. I think that the dad character is more of the monster than anything. He's created this.
Yeah.
Gunther is more animalistic. Um,
Mhm.
he has a problem controlling his emotions, but he acts um based off of his surroundings.
He's
Yeah.
Leatherface.
He is Leatherface. You can
Yeah.
see
Yep.
how he cowers to his family. Um, I mean, I would hang out with him. I would hang out with that dude. I would eat ribs with that dude.
Yeah, but I wish with this dude.
I don't know if I'd eat ribs with him. It might
Yeah.
ruin my
His
appetite with
his
all that
yeah,
drool.
his drool. Yeah, his drool would
But I'd watch movies, hang out, play video games with him.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
that's crazy.
Um,
I mean, he kind of does look like Marcus.
oh,
Oh jeez. That's all right. He's not gonna watch this.
Marcus won't make it this far into the video.
Um so yeah, the last thing before we kind of got into our little thing was when Liz fell down. And
Yep.
for me, this is my favorite scene of the whole movie. Him
Okay.
coming down that little hallway.
It's a scary, brutal scene, really.
That's yeah. But him coming down that hallway, that for whatever I don't that reminds me of Nightmare on Elm Street when Freddy's like coming down.
Down the alleyway.
Red
Yeah, the
Star.
alleyway because he's so the guy that played Gunther, I learned that he was actually a mime.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So he was very animated, right? Sometimes hilariously so. But um him coming around that corner, he looked huge when he came around that corner. Like he took up the
Yeah.
whole space and he was just this huge monster coming in. And I can't imagine, just seeing that coming at you. And
Being trapped,
Liz, I think what's up?
being trapped with that fan behind you, you have nowhere to
Yeah,
go, and you're in that
yeah.
little space.
Um and the other reason why this scene, because this was really the only scene that I thought was well acted. Uh, I mean, so notwithstanding the guy that did the Barker, I thought that he was really good in what he did. But Liz in this scene was like, you really like, it wasn't cheesy. It was like you felt like how scared she was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was really good. Now, and then how she was killed, like obviously you think that something with the fan is going to be in play, right? But it was a lot more subtle, which I actually appreciated. I think I appreciated that because it wasn't so over the top of going into the fan. It was something that probably Gunther, because we talked about how he's a very simple creature. He wouldn't think to put her in the fan. They just doing what he did,
That's true.
and
It
so
was very
I
violence without the violence. Like that,
yeah.
where they show like from her chest down to her feet and
Mhm.
him, them wrestling around. It's just, it's like the old school horror. I mean, this is old, but like the less you see, the more
Yeah.
it is. And I agree with that. I thought that was a great scene.
Yeah.
So the guy that did that makeup for Gunther, his name's Rick Baker. He was supposed to play that initially until Tobe Hooper was down in Florida and he saw that mime and picked him up. I thought he did a great job. I don't know that Rick Baker would have done a better job, but I love the makeup. I think the makeup's great. I think the first time I saw Gunther's face outside of the Frankenstein mask, I'm like, that's over the top crazy. But I definitely grew to love it. Um, I also really love the Frankenstein mask though because there's something behind it. You just don't know what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it gives you that that uneasy feeling of who's behind this mask, what's behind this mask. Then you find out, and it's like, oh,
Yeah. I don't, man, I don't know. It's hard for me because it's a great mask, but it almost feels a little too over the top with it.
see, that's the very first time I saw this movie, I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Um, but then I take it in as 80s, you know,
Yeah.
practical effects, 80s cheesiness. I love it now. These two masks, I'm gonna I would say I put a picture in. I'd like to do a close up of them. A guy named Graham Chivers, who actually said he's seen our podcast or listened to it when he's done work. He made those two masks.
That's
Uh,
cool.
yeah, and then there's the mask that Joey made, or that Joey wore. But yeah, I was at a horror convention and I saw those and I'm like, I have to have them. And Graham, he's like worked on TV shows like what's that man-hating show where the chicks all wear red dresses? Handmaid's Tale.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
It's a big show. He's worked on that, but he was like, "Hey, Monster Kid Media," and I'm like, "Fuck
Wait, was this the guy in
yeah,
Cincinnati when we went the mask
yeah,
fest?
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah."
yeah. He had that fly
Yeah.
mask, right? Oh, that
I
was
think
awesome.
I think the fly was on his tail. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because we were touching, he lets us touch it and stuff because it
Yeah.
yeah,
So that I thought that was really cool. But that's who
that
made
is
those two
awesome.
masks. I'm getting sidetracked here. Where are we at in this movie?
It's because I'm not keeping us going.
I know.
That's
We
on
were
me.
just talked about Liz's death.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So she tries to seduce him. She tries to do the "Hey, I can make you feel good."
Yeah, I'll be your friend.
Shady ass bitch. Why don't you just try to talk to him? Maybe he'll let you out. So then she takes a knife and jams it in his back,
Yep.
and he freaks out and kills her, right?
Yep, yep.
So yeah, you don't have to use sex to get out of everything.
I
Just
think that was just her only reaction because that's
Yeah.
she knew nothing about him. She just seen
Right.
what he was doing with that girl, so she knew that that's what he wanted. So
That
she
was
was
big
trying
for
to.
him.
That's my guess.
she's a hoe.
But I agree. They do that a lot in movies with the chicks like trying to live,
Yeah.
doing stuff like that.
Anyway. So, well, guess what? She didn't. She's dead. Now
Yeah.
the only two
Gino.
left are Buzz and Amy, right?
Yep.
Um, and then the dad comes in. The Barker comes in,
Hmm.
and he pulls a gun on Buzz, and then a fight ensues between the two. A scuffle,
A scuffle.
a scuffle, and Buzz is he's a pretty.
Fisticuffs.
So like they're really going at it. This looks like a. This movie was from 1981, but this looks like a straight 70s fight. They're punching. It looks good. The fight looks good. Um, Finally, Buzz kind of overpowers the Barker after back and forth and shoves his ass on a sword and impales him.
Yeah.
The old sword trick. So then he's got this sword coming out of his chest, right? I'm doing a thing that Mike does, and I say right after I'm trying to explain,
Right.
right? So he's got this thing sticking out of his chest, right? And then
Then he says to me,
so
Oh boy. Oh boy.
the Barker's dead. You think this is like the fake dead. And Buzz goes over to him and he grabs Buzz and he pulls him onto the starts to pull him onto the sword, right?
Mhm. Right.
Right.
Right. Right.
right.
So you tell me, fill me in here because my memories, it doesn't kill him.
No.
Doesn't kill who? Buzz or the Barker?
Doesn't kill Buzz. Does Buzz shoot the Barker
Yeah.
this time?
Buzz shoots the Barker. Hmm.
Can I
Okay.
tell you a funny story about this scene?
Yeah, absolutely.
You
That's
guys
what
don't
it
know
is.
it.
Yep.
So, well, two things. When they were doing the fisticuffs, as Mike said, I guess the Barker, he was able to ad lib a lot in this movie and pretty much have his, whatever, like that whole scene with Gunther beating himself up and stuff. That was all him just on the spot saying that. Toby gave him that opening for that. That fighting scene, he came up with the idea because Buzz was so much bigger than him that they kind of like wrestled around. Buzz doesn't land one punch on him. Buzz is trying to grab him. He's the one punching Buzz to
Mhm.
make him look big, like as big as Buzz for this scene because of
Huh.
how short he was. So when they get to that scene with the where he gets impaled, I guess that knight that's holding the sword was really light. So every time they'll bump it, it'll just fall over, wouldn't serve its purpose. So I guess they had like a DP or whatever come in and get in the knight outfit. They just stand there, so it will give it a little bit of weight. And I guess they brought it in, but instead of it staying there, it kind of lost its balance. And they said in slow motion, you heard the guy, the DP in the knight's outfit going, "Oh, oh," and it was just like rolling and twisting in the air and just fell over. And he couldn't do anything because he's just stuck in this knight outfit. So they ended up just like putting like sandbags or something on it to weigh it down so it could stay there for it to impale him, you know?
That's funny.
I could just picture, whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
you're watching.
So, at this point, Barker's dead. All that's left is Gunther, Buzz, and Amy. Um, you got to help me out here.
This is where Gunther comes in and sees him dead. His dad dead.
And
Yep.
then he loses it. Yep.
And then he
And
kills
then,
Buzz.
Yes, but
well,
you
yeah,
don't
him and Buzz.
see that and you don't know how. You hear a
Yeah.
gunshot and then all of a sudden he's just being strolled in with one of those animatronic things.
That's right.
Yeah. With a little bit of blood on his stomach from the knife or from the sword, but
Yeah.
you don't
No,
really know what happened.
no bullet wound, nothing like that. So I don't know if maybe Gunther could have grabbed his head, broke his neck as he shot or something. I don't know. But you don't know. That's a secret, I guess.
And then what follows is here. I even wrote it down. Our I don't know. It was like at the 1 hour 23 minute mark. From here on out, it's I
Yeah.
I
Go ahead. Go ahead.
almost say anything. I
The final fight is very
I feel like
anticlimactic.
this is one of the worst. I feel like this is one of the worst and most anticlimactic endings
Mhm.
to a movie I've ever seen.
Uh,
So, and you've seen some bad
I,
movies.
I've seen some bad movies.
Uh,
I so it is not all. I won't blame the Gunther character. I blame the final girl.
Amy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, go ahead since you love it so much.
So I don't know. She goes into that bedroom, right? And then this was one part where it was kind of funny. Like Gunther breaks open the top and is like looking for the door handle.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it's like all over the place.
Yeah.
It's right there. Hey, buddy. Um, and then she climbs down, and I don't think I've ever seen a shot back, shot away, shot back to a an air vent as many times in my life. It's just hanging there in this
Okay.
basement. And then, what am I going? Am I still going?
Yeah, keep
Yeah,
going. Keep
yeah, you're
going.
doing great.
Then he comes down, and he's just like, and they're just staring at each other for a little bit,
Mhm.
and she's just like, and then finally, Like he sees her with the crowbar. He's just standing there staring at her.
Mm-hmm.
And then she finally hits him with the crowbar. And he's apparently surprised by this. Here's the crowbar.
So maybe he was like hoping for a connection there.
I maybe he was.
You know, because like now he's got nobody left. His dad's dead.
Yeah.
He killed the fortune teller accidentally. The one chick that he thought was into him stabbed him in the back. He was hoping for some sort of connection. We got this pesky boyfriend of yours out of the way. And then she hits him with the crowbar. So you know what? He takes the crowbar, he reels back. It typical Gunther luck hits the electrical panel and shocks himself to death. She doesn't even kill him.
No. She just go like this.
His animalistic urges and his impulse control caused this whole shit. So he gets electrocuted, and then the gears start moving in the fun house. Hook him up.
Well, I don't think they ever stopped.
Well, he gets hooked up, Texas Chainsaw Massacre style,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
the back, by the back of the collar, and it
Yeah.
starts taking him around.
Yep.
And
Slowly.
in my heart, in what I wanted to see was Gunther reach out and Amy reach out and help him off the hook, and then the movie ends in a loving embrace. That's not what happens. I wanted good things for Gunther. I like Gunther. I think he was a great guy, just a little misunderstood, and I would eat ribs with Gunther. But they hook his ass and they take him around this whole room. And it's like, come on, man, you got to wake up. You got to get off this hook. You got to get out of there. Like I wanted Gunther to win. Fuck Amy, her little
Yeah.
hoe ass sneaking to the carnival. You shouldn't have been
Amy's the worst. Amy's the worst.
here.
She's terrible final girl. Terrible
Sure.
final girl.
Yeah, this is all your fault. Gunther gets hooked up and then gets in the gears, right?
Yep.
Right, Mike?
Right.
Right. Well, the gears are like this. And
Yeah.
then when Gunther gets in it, they go like the sorry.
Listen, how's he go?
Do that again.
How's he go?
Am I wrong?
The gears
No, that's
crush
what he
him.
does.
This is heartbreaking to me. I don't want to see Gunther go that way. And basically, she gets out. And that's the end of the movie.
We don't see him die.
He dead.
There
Is
was
he?
an alternate ending to this movie. Do you guys know that?
No.
No.
Well, they didn't. They never
Did they hug?
shot it. They wrote it, I believe. I don't think they shot it. But after all that was said and done, and she gets away and stuff, she goes home, and supposedly the closing scenes was she goes home and she's calling for her mom and dad. No one's answering. She's walking through the house, and she sees her family slaughtered, dead, all over the floor and stuff. So then she goes in, she's walking through, she's looking for the rest of the family stuff, goes into the parents' bedroom, and then the movie ends with Gunther jumping out of the parents' closet at her, and it just fades to black. That was the way
Now,
the
see, that
movie
would have made a lot more sense because then that would have connected to the beginning when the brother took a
Well, I
picture of
guess
her.
they didn't want to do that ending because there was some other movie like The Jungle or something like that they said came out, and it kind of ended like that. So they didn't want to rip it off.
I mean, they started it like Halloween and Psycho. Why not end it
True.
with another movie?
Very true.
Here's
Yep.
a close up of Graham Chivers, Gunther with the mask. He even put the
Oh, the tie.
That's pretty cool.
eye in the back. Yeah.
Am I seeing that Gunther has 3 noses?
Yeah, it's like a smushed up face.
Oh, and
Yeah.
this Gunther, yeah, it's just how it is. Look, I mean, he put drool on there.
Yeah.
I love that
I mean,
thing.
you have to put the drool. The drool was a big thing.
Yeah.
And
I love
I didn't realize that the drool comes out of the masks too. So when I was talking to Graham about him making these, he was like, "Do you want it on the Frankenstein mask?" I'm like, "No, but make sure you put it on the actual Gunther." I mean, look at that thing. This thing is incredible.
when I
Yeah.
first watched this movie, of
That's
course it was on
awesome.
VHS, so it was real dark and grainy. I bought that Blu-ray that Shout Factory put out and watched that. Dude, I seen so much more of that drool
Mhm.
watching this than on the VHS. You don't see half of it
Lot of
on the
drool.
VHS. It's crazy.
Lot of drool.
So I have
Sometimes watching it.
what's that?
Go ahead. No,
I
I
was gonna
said
say
sometimes watching it in better resolution isn't always a bad thing.
not always. Not always. Um, so I have a couple more things in here. Do you guys have any more like stuff about this movie?
No, we got to do the product placement thing, which I wasn't paying any attention to.
Don't we do
There
that
wasn't any.
after we do the movie
No?
part, or no?
Besides Universal
I
Monsters.
Well, outside of Universal Monsters, I didn't see any product placement.
Fruit Loops.
Was there Fruit Loops?
There was a box in Gunther's room when he's with that girl.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a, it's a box and it says it's old school Fruit Loops. It says like fruit fruit. Oh, I forget how it says, but
Loops.
it's written weird. But it's Fruit Loops and there's something in the middle. But I did notice the Fruit Loops like crate box.
Hmm. What other fun facts you got?
Um, the novel because this was a book first.
Yeah. Uh,
Was it first or second?
What?
I
What?
I think I think you miss I think you might have misspoke because I think the book was made as a prequel based on the movie by Dean Koontz.
Yeah, but he went
Yeah,
some other name.
Yeah, so
he did go by some other name. Yeah, I didn't write the name down, but
I thought that they made that he wrote the book based on the movie as a prequel though.
Oh, did he?
that, yeah. See, that's what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just knew he wrote the book, and I thought that they were talking about the book when they were. Yeah, I don't know. All right, I just knew Koontz did the book under that alias name, and I thought it was before the movie. But
I
right
would
on.
like to watch it, read it though. Definitely.
Yeah,
What else?
yeah. So there was that one I heard that I saw. This was, of course, Tobe Hooper's first big budget movie.
Mhm.
You know, he did it right after Salem's Lot and right before Poltergeist. So this was like his into like a major movie, whatever
Mhm.
company, Universal. Um, I guess he turned down E.T. because he was doing this movie.
I heard that, but
Steven
it was
Spielberg
okay
asked.
because
yeah,
they
I
ended up
can.
working on Poltergeist together.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
glad
pretty
we
cool.
I'm glad we got Funhouse instead of ET.
Yeah, I agree that yeah, because it wouldn't have been the same. I like this one a lot. There was, did you know in Halloween Kills, they're showing Funhouse on the TV screen in a scene in that movie?
No, I didn't pick that up. I was
Mm-mm.
you
No, I
said
didn't know that.
no, that's
Like
all.
how they used to do. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I read that somewhere and I was like, oh, really? You know, but yeah, Halloween Kills, they're watching Funhouse in a scene in that movie.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
It made 7.8 million at the box office.
Do you know what
This
the budget was?
the budget was it was actually I think it was like 3 million or something like that. Initially when they did this movie, um so the producers some producer, I have his name somewhere, but I forget. Okay, so the guy who wrote the script, Larry Block,
Mhm.
he got paid $1,000 to write this script.
Oh my goodness.
And then because at the beginning it was a low budget film, but then they got more and more. So I guess he went back and was complaining like, I only got $1,000 to write the script, and people are getting paid this and that for being in this. It's bigger budget. And I guess the producer was like, "Hey, I offered you $1,000. You said yeah, you took it. That's all I'm going to give you." So he made
Wow.
$1,000 writing the script to this movie,
That's
which I thought
crazy.
was quite funny.
That's oof.
Um,
That's like stealing money.
what's that?
So that's like stealing money
It's
from
like being
Gunther.
a Richie. He was a Richie in there. The guy who filmed the Warriors, the lighting, is the same guy who did this movie. Tobe Hooper loved the Warriors and the way it looked. So I guess he hired that guy to do this. I love the Warriors also. And I could totally see that. Like some of the shots where they're at the carnival and back up and you see like how the light, is spread out from the light
Mhm.
bulb or whatever. It just totally looks like, the way they shot the Warriors.
You can definitely see the influence.
But the score to this movie was written in 2 weeks.
Really?
Wow.
He had 8 weeks to write it. He said the first 6 weeks he wrote stuff, but he didn't like it, so he just canned it all and ended up rewriting it, and wrote it in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Hmm.
Waxworks just put out a copy of that score, I think.
Oh, did they?
Pretty sure, yeah.
I
Maybe,
like it. It's very Mr. Bungle-ish
yeah.
with the
Like,
carnival stuff. I love it.
yeah.
But I think that's about it as far as like little things I heard. There's not a lot with this movie.
There's not a lot of substance with this movie. It's more like this time of year, you know, with the temperature change, fairs and carnivals are prominent this time. And it's like this movie and Killer Clowns kind of have the same fair
Yeah,
type vibe to me. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
so
I agree with that.
Mike, I know your score is going to be low. Scale of 1 to 10 VHS
You didn't
tapes.
know that.
I know. What do you Steve, you go first.
I would give this a 7.5.
7.5.
Can we do half tape still or no?
Oh yeah, I mean you could
How
go like
about a VHS? How about 7 VHSs and one beta?
you get a half for a beta.
Yeah.
I mean you could go 7.3.
Yeah, we don't. I don't care.
We make the
You do.
rules.
You do what you want to do.
I'm gonna say 7 VHSs and one beta.
So 7.5. You're making that too difficult. But you do what you want.
It's actually like 7 3/4 because the beta wasn't quite half the size of a.
No.
Yeah, but it's smaller, so
It
Mike, what,
is.
what do you give it?
I don't know. Um, I I can appreciate it for what it is, and the time it came out, and I can appreciate all the '80s nostalgia to it. Uh, it's weird. Um, Never seen this movie until I'm an adult, right?
Mhm.
And so I probably think a lot differently. I think, man, I think I'm gonna go 4.5.
4.5. All right. So we got
wow,
7 and 7 3/4 and a 4.5.
wow.
I could possibly go 5. So things I like about this movie, I like the Barker. I like his character and all the characters that he plays. I like the one scene with Gunther. Um, the final girl and how she that whole last interaction is kind of is rough for me because I feel kind of let down in that last scene. Uh, I
Me
don't know.
too.
I feel like there was a lot more that could have been done there. I feel like there was a lot of things like with the brother. His character made no sense what he was doing. I don't I don't really know what his point was the the one lady that said God is watching. Like again, I don't know. Maybe it was just little things to make you feel uneasy, or just give that feeling of going to a carnival, uh, which I can appreciate.
Would you watch it again?
If it was, I'm telling you, if I'll go without that final scene. I'm up to like a 5.5. I don't like how they. It was just so the ending was just so weird with her. It was just a very. It's like they didn't know what to do
Yeah,
at the end.
I see that. So you don't have any nostalgic attachment to it, and
Yeah,
you don't have like the season changes where you're at. It's warm all the time, so I don't know how it. I mean, like watching Halloween for you probably is different than it is for us because we're sitting here, it's cold, we have hoodies on, you're in your shorts and t-shirt watching Halloween. It's like
Even
that
makes
for
more
me.
to Jaws, the beginning of
oh man.
Jaws.
It's like this movie's like that for me. It's towards the end of summer, like I said. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna agree with Stevie's score on this. Go 7. Uh, I don't know. I love Gunther. It's between 7 and 7.5. I'll go 7.25 on this because Gunther. I think there's a deepness to this character that it's almost like a Jason Voorhees too. Like
Yeah, yeah, I'll
there's a
agree
little
with that.
there's substance to this guy.
I'll agree with that. I always put it probably because of Toby Hooper, but I always put it as a Leatherface.
Yeah,
But
Leatherface is a perfect example
I
of.
never thought of Jason. I could see a Jason as well.
But Jason was much more brutal. I would hang out with this guy. I wouldn't hang out with Jason
Okay.
Yeah,
because Jason's he's too erratic.
Do
he's
you
out of
do you
pocket.
feel that Gunther deserved another movie?
Yeah,
Yeah, they were going to. I don't know whatever
Oh, okay.
happened to it. Yeah, they had plans on doing a part two. And actually, I just, when we brought this up doing this, I was reading stuff on it and there was like people talking about like whatever happened to that. And, we need the part two. But they were supposed to. I don't know if Toby Hooper was going to do it, but they were planning on doing a Funhouse 2.
I would have liked to seen another Gunther movie, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I do like the standalone horror film too. Like, we
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
need
there's something to be said.
you're not going to catch the magic of the Barker. That's a huge just that introduction of those three characters played by that one guy puts you like right in the middle of this carnival and it just kind of captures something. And those kind of carnivals, they're not even really around much anymore.
No.
They're not.
And I don't know. So yeah,
And
that's where I'm at.
I
I would
think that
like to
that's
have seen a prequel.
Hmm.
supposed to be a prequel.
No, I would have liked to. If instead of like doing a part two, I think a
Yeah.
prequel would have been a good idea because I mean like with the dad talking about, when he helped him when he got in trouble at that other place and they'd get rid of the
Yeah.
bodies and the dad talking about don't go to the carnival because they found bodies at the last stop that they were at. They could I think a prequel would have been awesome, like just them traveling and just horror stories of him.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I feel like they needed to have more of him, of the dad, of the Barker. They had a decent amount, but him, like he was the best part of the movie. I mean, and Gunther.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I loved that part of the movie. And if I watch up to like the last 12 minutes of the movie, yeah, I don't know. It was just very weird to me, that ending.
It's a weird
I
I
get
ending.
it. I know people who watch. I've heard people not like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because of
Mhm.
like Sally screaming. Her screaming gets on their nerves, and they just can't handle the end of that movie. You know, because of
See,
it, it
that's
spoils
different.
the whole thing for them.
Yeah. To me, that's different though. That's very different because I feel like people would probably be acting the exact same way if they were in that situation.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
not yeah, I see. But
So that
that's
wraps it up for Funhouse.
yeah.
Um, I appreciate you guys coming on.
I could be coaxed into a five.
All right.
I like I like the animatronics. I you
he
know
liked the way the soap was on the girl at the beginning in the shower.
I mean that's realistic. Think about how many movies you watch that they're just sitting there, they're washing and there's no soap anywhere. I was like, what's that?
Listen, I am all about the realistic horror films. You know
You are
this.
about the realistic horror
Know
films.
this.
I love the animatronics. I think my favorite animatronic was probably the fat lady. Yeah, at the
On the swing or whatever.
like right at on the top of the
Uh,
Funhouse. The one that
There was
kind
yeah,
a
of
reason for her too.
and oh, go ahead.
No, you do it. I've said enough in this one. You tell them.
No. Well, and I could be wrong, but what I read was is that that weird thing at the end where she was like singing and stuff was like the fat lady singing to signify the end
Yeah.
uh, of the fun out, and it was basically that's why they had Toby Hooper because Toby Hooper oversaw the whole thing, and so the fat lady was Toby Hooper's animatronic overseeing the whole carnival.
Hmm, that's creative. I like that.
It is creative. I just wish that I think that Liz would have made a better final girl.
Probably.
Toby didn't want her to be a final girl because she refused to get naked in the movie.
Maybe.
Well, that's what he said. Not that about the final girl, but she refused to show any nudity in the movie.
Gotta
Huh.
respect that.
Yeah.
Gotta respect it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thanks for coming on early to do this. I appreciate you guys. And we'll get another episode out soon.
Yeah,
Yeah. That was
yeah.
fun.
Maybe another like
Another Toby
carnival type
Hooper?
movie
Huh?
or a Toby Hooper movie.
Maybe. We'll have to have a meeting and I'll talk about it.
All right.
All
Right
right.
on.
All right.
Sounds
Thanks guys
good.
for watching. You can find us on Spotify now and like, subscribe, do all that shit if you want. If you
All
don't,
the things.
that's okay. We don't care. All right.
See ya.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.